Welcome everyone, we're gonna have a quick run through the new patch. Update 66692 is a change. I'm not gonna spend too much time. We're mostly gonna be worried about the balance changes. But yeah, as usual, there are events. We can get skins and different things, images, etc., etc. I will leave a link to the patch down below if you're watching on YouTube. I'll post it in the chat for our viewers. Anyways, there's some stability and performance improvements as usual. Achievements, some achievements are fixed. Graphics, players are now a bit easier to see apparently. And they added a new idle pose for skirmishers, which means that skirmishers now, Feudal Age skirmishers have a different idle pose compared to Castle Age and Imperial Age Imperial skirmishers. So that's interesting, but okay. UI, a lot of UI changes. You guys can read through these as well. I'm going to go straight to the juicy parts, which are... Oh, you can see gameplay as well. I don't think there's too much here to say either then. There's just small fixes again, improvements, quality of life things in general. Campaigns have had a lot of changes as well. So yeah, let's get to the good stuff. Okay, civilization balance. Crossbowman research increased from 125 food, 75 gold to 175 food and 125 gold. So a 50-50 increase on both food and gold. It's a good change. Crossbow very dominant in the meta today. Fairly easy to pull off. Very hard to stop and counter. Stopper. I was gonna say stop and counter. It became stopper. Makes sense. They also improved the arbalest cost by 100 food and 100 gold. So a little bit harder to pull off crossbow with the Castle Age timing, maybe fast Imperial Age, arbalest play. All those things a bit harder to pull off. Not again, it's not a massive change. It's just 100 and 200 resources. But it's a bit harder to pull off. And it might give some more weight to other playstyles, such as maybe we'll see more knights, etc. Maybe elephant archers. Oh, just kidding. Dark Age and Feudal Age stone walls increased, so it's now 1080. And so Dark Age and Feudal Age stone walls is now from 900 to 1080, so 180 more HP. Feudal Age stone gates increased to 1650. So Elephant Archers have the Cavalry Archer armor increased from -7 to -4. It's pretty much makes skirms less of a hard counter to Elephant Archers, which they were incredibly hard countering them already. Elephant Archers also have a 10 food. It's been decreased by 10 food. Does that mean I'm gonna now make Elephant Archers? I'm probably gonna have to try them because of this change as well, but I don't think they're gonna be good still. Armor Elephant gets affected by Siege Engineers. I don't think they needed that. They're already so good, kind of, but okay. Yeah, and they got rid of all the Empire buff, Empire Wars balance, where they like removed all the starting bonuses in order to make the game more fair. But now, for example, Lithuanians will start with 150 extra food. As an example, Persian starts with 50-50 extra. It's yeah, also the age advancement bonuses are applied. So Ethiopians will start with 100 food, 100 gold extra in the Empire Wars. The reason we went away from this initially was because some civs were just too OP with these bonuses applied. And now we're going back to it. I'm not sure how it's gonna impact it. Yeah, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about this, but okay, let's just see what happens. There was a reason why it was removed to begin with, right? And now it's all back in there again. So we shall see. Minimum buy price for all non-Saracen civilizations with guilds researched is set to 23 instead of 25. Okay. Wait, what minimum buy price for all non-Saracen civilizations with guilds? Wasn't it 21? No, 14, 17. I don't understand this, honestly. And buy... Oh, yeah. Because it's like to sell, yeah, sell and buy. Okay, never mind. So this is a buff for the market. So it's actually 2 resources cheaper to buy something with guilds. Right, Bengalis monks receive +3/+3 armor. I think this is to encourage monks and elephant archer type of play. Maybe. Is this enough to make them viable? Don't know, but okay, we'll see. Elephant archers and armored elephants now receive the intended bonus damage from their counter units. The bonus resistant modifier applies after the armor subtraction from the damage instead of before. Not sure how much impact this has and changes. We'll find out, I guess. But okay. Bengalis probably need more than this to be viable, but okay. Britons receive treadmill crane, not important, more for deathmatch. Burgundians, Custelier charge damage reduced from 25 to 20. Hallelujah! Elite Custelier 30 to 25. That is a really good change. I mean, I still think this is even too much. But I wish they made this even smaller and just reduced the cooldown maybe between it to make it more of a micro hit and run unit rather than the huge instant damage impact. Yeah, I think it would add more skill to use the unit as well if they did that, but okay. This is still a little bit of an adjustment to a unit that I think has been quite obvious, has been one of the stronger civilizations as of late. Economy technology food discount reduced from 50% to 40%. Not massive, but definitely a small impact. Will not change too much. Byzantines receive treadmill crane, probably for deathmatch. I don't think they do these balance changes based on RM. Can't imagine that because treadmill crane is not a frequently researched technology. So treadmill crane access is purely based around deathmatch, I believe. Humans fixed an issue where some human herdable animals had 50% more food in them than intended. Humans becoming tatars. Dravidians receive bomber cannon. So this turns Dravidians into, I would say this change alone would have made Dravidians really good at the archer, crossbow, fast imp, arbalist, bomber cannon play. But now that the crossbow and arbalist also has been nerfed, I don't know. Still, Dravidians felt like I never felt like Dravidians were bad, but I guess giving them bomber cannon, not a big deal. Should help them a little bit. Sharamsha Rider. Full agility recharge time increased from 15 to 20 seconds. Very good. Only elite though. Is the Castle Shivamsha Riders the same? Or does this count for both of them? I don't know. I don't like this unit anyway. I think it's too strong. Yeah, like you can have 40 hand cannons shoot you and you dodge every bullet because they hit at the same time. It's crazy. Mounted units additional bonus damage reduced from 50% to 40%. You'll see a change with Sicilians later, where it goes from 50 to 33%. I don't know why they wouldn't do it more like it. This feels so strong. Those camels kill other cavalry units so fast. Mounted units in general. I think this should have gone down even more. 825% would have been fine even, if you ask me. But okay, 40%. Small changes. Elite Shivamsha Rider upgrade now cost now matches the intended amount. Don't know what it was before. Okay. Apparently they did a new calculation with the herdables as well, which means that the more herdables you garrison, it will have diminishing returns, meaning it's not as powerful as before, where you could get like sheep from your allies, or mega random where you spawn with 50 sheep. But yeah, garrisoning all of a player's own herdables on a map with standard resources now grants 15% roughly less food income than before. So it's a solid nerf to Gurjara, I would say. What is full agility recharge? Agility recharge is their ability to dodge projectiles, ranged projectiles. Fixed an issue where Shramsh Riders could not dodge the nearby blast of projectiles. Okay. Hindustanis, Ghulam and Elite Ghulam both been nerfed by 10 HP. And they lost access to Halberdier. Should be a good change for Hindustanis, who are kind of have an answer to everything right now. So Ghulam were one of the reasons as to why they had an answer to everything, as were Halberdier. So this should give Hindustanis a few more weaknesses compared to before, but this should still be ridiculously strong. War Wagons, they get -1 cavalry archer armor now. Means that skirmishers do more damage. That's fine. War Wagons are really strong when they get running. Malay, deathmatch change. Saracen's market minimum buy price is now set to 21 instead of 25. That's a buff for Saracen market as well. So it's aligned now almost with the guilds for other civs. Sicilians bonus damage resistance for land military units reduced from 50% to 33. I think this was a needed change. That bonus damage made it so like you're fighting like 4 units, 2 archers, 2 skirms. It's like Sicilians cannot lose that fight. It felt ridiculous at some point, but at the same time they're not getting any other things in return, so it's a straight up nerf. Not sure. They're also losing Treadmill Crane. What else could you give Sicilians though? I feel like their tech tree is a bit boring, and they rely so much on this bonus. So we'll have to see what direction they head now. Teutons lose access to Treadmill Crane. Not a big deal. Deathmatch again, I think. And then it's just some changes. Moras and Shoals are now in the map pool for Red Bavolo. That's cool. They also did some changes to resource distribution on islands, where there will be more spread instead of just having 2 minerals of each. Then we have some AI stuff and pathfinding. Units will no longer go a few tiles in the opposite direction after receiving a movement task when they were previously chasing a unit with the attack command. This one is very important. I don't know how many times we have seen that you have like 4 scouts and you're like chasing a unit and you have 2 scouts that are closer than the others, and you tell all your scouts again to attack this unit, and the 2 scouts that are close to the enemy unit will go back to group up with the other scouts before they start chasing again. Super frustrating. But apparently they have fixed that now, so hopefully that's the case. Fixed an issue to avoid villagers going idle when gathering resources near walls. I feel like this has been a fix in every single patch for the last 5-6 patches. Seems like it's never getting properly fixed. Fixed an issue that caused villagers to return their food to the town center instead of a newly built mill close to a berry bush, okay? And scout units are no longer able to pass through any kind of foundations anymore, which I also feel like I've seen a couple of times now. But yeah, that's a quick rundown of the patch. I didn't want to make it too long. I'm mostly concerned about the pathfinding changes and the balance changes here. I think most changes are good. It's a positive direction, and I'm sure there's more to come. Thanks for watching.